What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Um, so I had heard something last night about a Jaylon Aaron video, and I thought it was like a IG live situation that I missed, and supposedly he was spilling some tea and all that. I was like, damn, I missed it. Okay, but then today I'm scrolling through my Instagram, and Jaylon dropped a video. It looks, I got questions. I got questions. So let me start. Is this like a spinoff? Is this like the Jaylon Aaron show? Or is this Jaylon Aaron TV, his own thing? Because in the opening credits, it said a Jaylon Aaron production. But then where I saw it was on Chasing Reality uh, YouTube video. That's what I saw. So please, I got questions. What is the purpose of this video? Is it to clear the air? Is it to tell his side of the story? Is it to let everybody know how things went down and to dispute comments that were made by Gardini or other people that were out there? I'm just not sure. But we have a full-fledged introduction where he is on a helicopter, honey. He is doing a helicopter landing, and he is coming off the elevator in full. I mean, helicopter in full. And he's texting where my money, and he got stacks, and then we proceed to see him walking through his salon that's not open, and going from spot to spot and posing, and I got questions. I have questions because after that I was like, what the fuck? So then the video is about 50 minutes long. 35 of those minutes is him talking about his growing up, his childhood, how he got into hair. But I'm so confused. I got questions. I just got questions. So this is what I got. He's always been interested in hair, but he didn't really want to do hair because he wanted to do other things. He wanted to be a celebrity interior designer. He wanted to be a singer. And then he said he wanted to be a baby delivery doctor. That's a quote. Baby delivery doctor. He had plans to do other things. Okay. I'm mad at you as a kid. We are all over the place. We want to be these things. A singer, we want to be all of that. So that's cool. But he found hair to be his passion. I'm not going to get into everything he said, but basically started doing hair, doing his friend's hair. He hid it from his family because he wasn't sure they were going to accept it. And at first his father didn't accept it, but then his father got really, really sick. God spoke to him and said, let your son follow his passion. He will be successful. And his father came out of the coma and said, God put it on my heart to just let you do what made you happy and that you will become successful. And I'm not saying that to make fun or light of it because I absolutely, I'm not going to ever make light or make fun of somebody's beliefs, their religious beliefs and their religious walk. So I'm not making fun of that at all. So please don't, I'm just telling you what he said. But I believe that when people get sick, things come when people get sick, all kinds of things can happen, and I will never, you're in a coma, we still don't know what happens in a coma, and I do believe in God, so I just want to be very clear that I'm not making fun of that. I want people to know that, because the rest of this video I'm clowning my ass off, but on that part I'm not. He said when he graduated from high school, he didn't want to go to college, so he didn't want to, I guess, go away to a 4-year college, so he went to community college. Started in business administration, but then decided that he wanted to do cosmetology because he was already doing hair. So why not go ahead and get the paperwork? Which is a lot of people. That happens for a lot of people who have those types of talents. They already have a God given talent, but you have to do what the state says you have to do in order to do it legally, and not do it in somebody's kitchen. You understand what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of kitchen hairstylists. We know that. Shade, they call them shade tree mechanics. We know that. But unless you go and get the training to have the formal training, you cannot be recognized by the state, and that limits your money making ability as far as working in a salon and that kind of thing. So he went on to talk about how he created a technique. Now let me say this: I don't know nothing about weaves. Nothing. Don't know nothing. So I have no knowledge of. I mean, I know that you sew a weave in, but the leave out versus the 2-strand versus the 3-part technique, I don't know none of that shit he was talking about. But anyway, he was talking about how he created a 3-part technique, which is what got him a lot of notoriety. It went viral. All types of people, Jocelyn Hernandez and some other names he said, were coming to him, and he was creating a name for himself. And that's when he decided to open up a salon. Now he's still, mind you, he's still in cosmetology school. Now the one thing he never said that he graduated, or he never said he graduated cosmetology school, or if he said it, I missed it. But I never heard that part of the story. I heard that he was doing all of these things while he was still actually in school, and he was saying how he could teach the teacher some things because he already knew what he was doing. And again, that may very well have been true as well. He said that he went to open up his salon, and he didn't have any money to open a salon, so he did a challenge. He did a 50 install challenge or something like that, and he said for 3 days straight, he put in 50 weaves, and by the time he was done, he had the money for his salon, and he was able to deck out his salon however he wanted. I guess that's true. Shit, I don't know. I know people pay a lot of money for weave, so shit, I guess that's true. I don't know. But then he said that he had his salon open, and that all of a sudden one day, everybody decided, all of his stylists quit at the same time. They walked out. And instead of him taking the internal and saying, whoa, 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 what happened that these people didn't want to work for me, and they were very dramatic about it, that they all quit at the same time, it was, see, when you have people around you that just don't support your dream, clear something wasn't right. See, people don't quit on you for no reason. People don't quit on you for no reason. And for your whole salon to quit on you at the same time, all your stylists, that's their money. You understand what I'm saying? Something isn't right. You were doing something wrong. You pissed them off. You rubbed them the wrong way. You were treating them, and you weren't treating them right. Something. But it doesn't sound like you took any time to reflect on that and find out what you were doing wrong to say, why did these people quit on me? What you took it as, they just don't support my dream, and they just don't want what I want. They don't have the same goals I have. So I just had to get some new stylists. That was your first mistake. Because from that point on, I think that, yes, you are young, and I'm not going to take anything away from what you have been able to build in a short time. You're still only 23 years old, and you have definitely built a brand for yourself. However, I felt like this video, your purpose of this video, I think, because remember, I got questions. But the purpose of this video, I thought, was to clear your name. But what it sounds like you did was you spent the whole video blaming everybody else for what you did. And then at the very, very end, you said, I admit I made some mistakes. But that's not, the whole video wasn't about you making mistakes. The whole video was about how you didn't know any better, and you were too young, and you didn't know, and you didn't know, and you didn't know. Now, I'm going to say this to you. Part of you not knowing is at some point you should have said, maybe I need to go back to school, because I tried to open up my salon and I have the talent, but I didn't have the business sense. I didn't have the business background. I wanted to sell hair. I got involved in these business deals that were shady, and either if I believed your story, you were taken advantage of, or to believe somebody else's story, you were part of the scam. One or the other. Either you were taken advantage of, or you were part of the scam. So one of the two happened. But I'm sorry, football is on. So either that's one of the two happened, and I just felt like you just kept saying, I didn't know, nobody told me. I didn't know, nobody told me. I didn't know, nobody told me. But that's about going to school and getting that knowledge. That is about investing in your career. So, yes, you didn't know. You opened up a salon and you didn't know about the business side of running a salon. But not once did I hear you say, I looked for somebody that could help me. I looked for somebody that had the knowledge, or I went back to school. And that is what you should have done. Matter of fact, that's what you still need to do, Jaylon. You need to take some time and you need to go take some classes, or you need to find you a mentor who will school you on those things. Go find a stylist, someone who has run a salon that you respect, to say, you know what, can we work together? Can you show me some things? Because I made some mistakes. So that is what people do. When people don't know something, they seek out the answer. You spent a lot of time saying, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. But when did you go find the answer? I didn't hear none of that in the video, that you went out and you sought support and help. Then you were saying, okay, so let's get into the scam part of this. Let's get into the hair, the hair piece. First of all, you can't count. I don't know what the fuck you was talking about. But anyway, I'm sorry, that was shady. That was petty, and I shouldn't have said that. But he was like, I only have 2 hands, and I don't know how many fingers. I've been drinking wine. Bitch, 2 hands, 10 fingers. The fuck? That was petty, though. I'm gonna move that aside. Okay, so you closed the salon. You were moving, because you were going back and forth between Atlanta and Georgia. Okay, the chronology of this might all be wrong, because I think you were doing hair while you still had your salon open. But okay, so you said that the first time you sold hair, you got scammed about a vendor. He showed you one product, but then when he sent you the money, it was bad product, and that's the first round of hair you sent out that was no good. That was all over the internet. But you didn't have the money to refund people. Okay, so you didn't really refund people. The second time you said you were doing business with a guy, you realized that he was shady, and so you told him that we are no longer doing business together, we're done. And that's when you're saying that he changed the passwords and changed all the login on the websites, and you can't get to the website, but he's still making money off of your name, because when people Google you, that's the first thing that pops up, but you no longer have control of that website. Again, you not handling business. Did you have a contract with this person? Did you have a lawyer look over the contract with this person? When you decided you no longer wanted to do business with this person, how did you terminate that business? See, we got to stop making these bullshit deals and then get mad when we get fucked. You can't make an inappropriate deal with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then call them up and be like, yeah, this ain't working out for me, I'm done. I'm not saying that it makes it right that this person did what he did to you, but what kind of business deal? Did you have a contract with him? Because if you had a contract with him, then you should have had a lawyer. See, you're young, and I get that you're young, but these are things that you should have going on. You should have a lawyer on retainer that deals with your contracts, that deals with these types of things. That is the first thing you should have. You should have a business manager that's handling your money, so that you're not mixing your personal funds with your business funds, because I'm going to get to that part in a second. And I already said you need to have some sort of mentor that is either run a business or is in the same field, that can school you, that you can learn from. I get it that you're talented, but your talent only goes but so far if you are not following up with the business piece of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of talented people out here that never go anywhere because they don't know how to handle business. And that sounds like what is happening to you. But the problem is that you're making the same mistake over and over again. Now, the rest of this video, it sounds to me like, I feel like you thought you were clearing your name up, but it sounds like you are admitting to doing exactly what Gardini said you did. You said that you had a Black Friday sale to sell your hair. The problem was you didn't have the money to buy the product. So you were using the money that people sent you for like, I order a product, I pay for it. And once you give my money, then you buy the hair, then you send me the hair. So the problem was you were banking on sales to be able to buy the product, to send the product out, versus you already having the product in a warehouse or wherever I don't know where you keep hair, but you already having the product. And then when I make my payment, you just send it out. So what happened was PayPal peeped your game and froze your money. You said they froze $100,000 of your money. You couldn't get to it, so you couldn't send the product out, nor could you refund people their money because you didn't have the money nor the product. That's exactly what Gardini said you were doing. Then your response to fixing that was, I'm just going to have another sale. How you going to turn around and do the exact same thing you wasn't supposed to do the first time to fix the problem that you created by doing it the first time wrong? So you had another sale. This time you were smarter about your money. I didn't really follow, but either way, PayPal didn't freeze your money this time. You were able to get the products or whatever, but then people started disputing the money. Disputing because the product wasn't any good. So the hair you were sending in wasn't any good, and it's the second time that you're getting bad hair according to you and sending it out. So then you said you were at Ross. Oh, you admitted that you lost the house, which is something that came out on Chasing Atlanta, which you said wasn't true, but now you're admitting did happen. So you said you bought your second house, which I guess is around the time you went on Chasing Atlanta, because in the first season of Chasing Atlanta, you had a housewarming, and it came up then that was your second house at the first house you lost, and you was like, but it did. So this time you said you were at Ross buying some things for your house and your credit card got declined. Why? Because PayPal froze your funds again. Your money, your personal funds should not still have been mingled with your PayPal funds. You should have transferred that money out of that account. Whatever your profits were should have been separate from your PayPal money, because your PayPal money was your business money. See, that's what I'm talking about, that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, separating these funds. And so you stuck again because PayPal got your money again, because you had so many disputes that PayPal just said, you know what, until we figure all this shit out, until we figure all this shit out, we're gonna freeze your funds till we get it together, till we figure out what's going on here. And so that again is where I say to you, I'm sorry. And that is what I'm saying to you, that you're not learning from your mistakes, nor can you keep blaming other people. Well, I didn't know. No. And you said, I'm not a scammer. What you're doing is scamming people. Now, you may not call it that. You may not think that's what you're doing, or you may not have thought that's what you were doing, but that's exactly what is happening. You are scamming people because you do not have the product that people are paying for. And then when they get the product, it ain't no good. And you can't keep blaming your vendors. You can't keep saying, oh, well, I didn't know. Because again, yes, you are young. But see, that is what's important about going to school and getting that training, or finding someone who can share that training with you. Then you said you had an opportunity to go on Chasing Atlanta, and you thought that would be a great opportunity for people to just get to know you and see you in a different light. Here's what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to be done, because I didn't mean to make this video this long, but it is what it is. You did not use that platform in the best possible way, because you were not humble. You were not apologetic. You were not nice. You were arrogant. You were dismissive. And you were rude. And if your purpose for being on Chasing Atlanta was to use that platform to tell people that you are not a scammer and that you didn't mean anything wrong, anything, and that the hair was wrong, but you're getting it straight. Like, if that was your whole purpose for all of that, you didn't use it in that manner. Like I said, when stuff came up, you act like people were lying on you, or people were making up stories on you, instead of saying, yeah, that did happen. Yeah, that was true. Like, instead of admitting it and being humble, and then you could have explained it. You could have even used that platform to explain everything you just did. You could have used the platform to explain it, and you would have come off a little more likable, and you would have come off a little more that people would have liked you and wanted to really was riding for you. But you didn't do that. You came off rude and arrogant, and you turned a lot of people off. And instead of just saying, yeah, this happened, it went down, yeah, that's how it went down. Yeah, I fucked that up. I screwed that up. And then another thing you said, and then this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Because, again, I got questions. You would make talking about someone, I just use my own money. I never had a loan. I use my own money. See, that's part of your problem, too. And, again, you would notice if you had looked into some people, talked to some people, got some information, took a class or two. There's nothing wrong with a loan. That's what they're there for. Business loans are there for that purpose. So had you taken out a business loan on the front end, used the business loan money to buy the hair, and then when people started putting in their PayPal, paying for their money, you could have shipped out people's hair immediately. You'd have never ran into that problem with PayPal. They would never froze your funds. And then when the money was no good, when the hair was no good or the product was no good, you could refund those people their money back and then go after the vendor. Why? Because you would have had your business loan money to hire a business lawyer to sue the vendor to say, hey, you showed me this type of hair, but this is the type of hair you actually shipped to me. And as a result, I have a business loss. And you could have recouped those funds. So don't act like you proud of the fact that you never had a business loan. That's part of the reason why you in this shit ass situation you in now. Now, I'm done. Y'all let me know what y'all think. The people who look at Chase in Atlanta, am I wrong? Go look at the video. Y'all tell me what y'all think. What are y'all opinion? Let a sister know. Peace.